discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Today, it's exactly 1 minute past 8 p.m. and welcome to another episode of the Africa Today show. Pardon my voice, sounds quite different, but I have a crazy flu, but hope you guys can hear me right and clear. Bashat everyone with us once again. I hope your day is going amazing and welcome as we talk about the new civil rights era. That is the conversation we're going to be focusing on, and this conversation is going to be backed by a couple of videos as we look at how the southern going to be looking at how the southern, let me get my tabs correctly, how the southern states are targeting actually majority of the black streets under this conversation. We're going to also be looking at how in America, how post-racial, I'd say literally critics arguing about the Supreme Court in acting as if the racism in voting is no longer existing. I think we talked about that yesterday, but I'm still gonna pull up a few videos regarding that. But karibuni sana, remember you can get our application on the Google Play Store. If you're using an Android phone, Black Hot Fire Network is the name. And in case you're using an iPhone or a laptop, we have an active website. That is the www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And once you have the app, it's very easy for you to listen to us. Better if you have Amazon TV or Roku TV, we're also there on Android TV as well. Karibuni sana. I feel like I sound super different, but hope you guys are doing amazing today. So as we start, I'm going to start with this video here. As we continue today's conversation, I'm going to be queuing more videos regarding the topic of today.
Suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Eminent domain in Virginia.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't.
So this video says the southern states are now targeting the black districts, and now that Scouters gutted the Votes Right Act and they want to drag the South back to the Jim Crow. I think this is going back to the same conversations we were having yesterday, where we had this lady who boldly expressed how she feels black people have gotten comfortable about after Jim Crow. Literally, they have forgotten their rights to vote, white matters, and all that. And we went deep down on the conversation. So let me go on.
Eminent domain in Virginia isn't random. It systematically targets black communities because government officials know residents rarely.
Karibu sana, Keita.
Sunday Sana, Joey, where's my message at? I didn't get one from you.
I was about to text you, but yeah.
But yeah.
See, you're here. At the end of the day, you know the time, so yeah. Anyway, hope you're doing amazing. I see you're still home today.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? How about that? No.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody doesn't know, work is getting bad, guys. We're talking about this. I was talking to some young lady that Joey said was pretty. You say so. But anyway.
Very pretty.
I don't know about that, but anyway.
He knows.
I don't agree with that. Anyway, people get mad at my job because there's no work, guys. So it's getting pretty rough. We know this war, fuel prices, people are not ordering things anymore because the prices are too high to transport things. So I was in there today and somebody was angry. I was on the phone with another person. They were angry. He said, Keith, what can I do? I try to tell them to slow. I say, listen, most people are stupid. They don't understand the economic situation that we're in. They haven't prepped for it. And most people don't understand what's happening. They don't understand that this is all a part of system that these wicked bastards have created. So it's going to be slow. Hopefully we all don't get fired like Spirit Airlines just did. You guys, I'm sure you guys already know this. Over the weekend, Spirit laid off 17,000 people all at once. They didn't even let them know they were coming to work and found they were all fired. Right, Spirit Airlines, because it can't afford the diesel fuel, the jet fuel, everything else. So a lot of airlines are going to be going out of business. And it's going to get rough. If this war doesn't stop, it's always going to get rough. So they're looking at famine and everything else. But it's some uncharted times here. So that's what I'm saying. Got a moron in the White House, backed by his handlers, his cat with the handlers who destroyed the world. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, sorry about that. I hope things literally get better because I can see the effect of it already here in Kenya. So I understand what's really happening. People are queuing now for oil and a bunch of things. The price is skyrocketing. It's really crazy. So I do get exactly what you're saying. But we're gonna be talking about the new civil rights era, and I'm gonna start with a couple of videos. Which number one are talking about how the southern states is targeting majority of the black districts. Mm-hmm.
And sad, before you do, let me give a caveat to this. As you guys all know, a lot of us mostly came from the South, and we migrated out later on after slavery. I mean, some were still up north, and not so many out west. Some was out west too, but the majority was all our great grandparents were mostly as black people were in the South, the southern states, Florida, Mississippi, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. After slavery, we all got the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, right? So all of them went to New York. My family went to New York. Illinois, up there by Chicago, Pennsylvania, through Jibba Jabbing up, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. Then someone all went out west to California, to LA, San Francisco. Black towns that got burnt out down there, even in California. But it was a separation. But now when the economy started getting bad, like maybe about 15 years ago, so getting really, really bad, right? Globally. Had another migration coming back south because it was cheaper down here. It's cheaper back then. I don't think, not no more, just as bad as it's just bad in the South now than it is around the country. But back then, the southern part of the United States, since it was underdeveloped, right? This part of the country was undeveloped. Most people here are stupid. You can look it up, that's a fact. Most people in the South have low IQs, they're morons. So things in the South were cheaper, right? Get you some water, Joe. So things in the South were cheaper, right? So things in the South were cheaper. So so you had a mass migration moving back south, especially to Atlanta, right? Atlanta became, was known as the Black Mecca. A lot of people started moving to Atlanta, North Carolina, and Florida. And so they found when they moved back here now that they can't sustain themselves, they came back to the racism, right? They came back, things had changed, but times change. These people don't. They figure that they're moving back, that a lot of the racism that their great-grandparents had talked about when they had left this area. If you get Mississippi, most Mississippi people went to Chicago, most North Carolina people went up to New York, Philadelphia. So they heard the stories that their grandparents would tell. Oh, going down the South, man. You don't want to go to, we got a lot of family down there, Grandma. Yeah, but we don't want to fuck around down there. It's racist, right? So a lot of black people returning back to the South, it inflated the numbers as far as voting. So I'm sure Joe, we can talk about the voting. So white people didn't like all these black people showing up back down here and inflating the voting rolls, having more population. Because the racism never stopped. It's more sophisticated. See, instead of me calling Joby a nigger to her face and say, "Ooh, you're a pretty nigger," I can say, "Oh, you're kind of pretty for a black girl." Joby might not know that I'm calling her nigger to her face. I'm just being more sophisticated. You're really pretty for a black girl. Wow, okay. How you doing? But go ahead, Joby, play your video.
Okay.
Have the political clout or financial means to fight back. Eminent domain in Virginia isn't random. It systematically targets black communities because government officials know residents rarely have the political clout or financial means to fight back. Communities targeted for eminent domain are much more likely to be communities of color with lower incomes and less political power. When Virginia cities decided to build highways, civic centers, or expand universities, they specifically chose routes through black neighborhoods because they knew black families couldn't afford lawyers to fight back. The mere threat of condemnation forces property owners to sell for less than market value because Virginia's government holds all the power. You can't negotiate when the government can take your property no matter what you say. Between the 1950s and 1970s, Virginia displaced nearly 8,000 black families through eminent domain disguised as urban renewal and slum clearing.
Now remember, this is just one state of 50. So we know this is happening all across the United States in black neighborhoods, in black communities. This is just one state. This is Virginia. This is one state. So we know it's 50 states in this country. So we know to spread this out amongst 50 states. This is one state they're talking about, Virginia, which I ain't never lived in. But
Virginia didn't improve these neighborhoods. They erased them. Even today, eminent domain in Virginia continues to target vulnerable black landowners.
Of course.
In 2017, descendants of a freed slave in Prince William County faced losing land they'd owned for over 100 years when the state invoked eminent domain for a data center. The plan was only abandoned after public pressure. Virginia uses eminent domain as legal theft, targeting people who can't defend themselves. Follow and share if eminent domain laws need reform to stop targeting black communities.
Why are black people today mainly in the South? Now, I tried to make a video on this before, but the CIA corrupted my video. As you can see here on this map, a large majority of the black community is in the South. Now, it definitely has something to do with slavery. Whenever there's a commonality like that amongst black people in America, you can usually attribute it back to slavery. Slaves were a predominant part of the South when slavery was legal in the U.S. And after emancipation, many blacks left the South. But a lot of black people can leave the South due to lack of funds, no reparations, or really anything to push them forward. And also, you have to understand, back then, their understanding of the North was very limited. And also, it tends to be warmer in the South, and black people are going to be wherever it's warm. But you also have a lot of sharecropping that happened after slavery was abolished. Required that.
I don't like the cold. That's right. You're right about that. He said, look at this map way over here in California, way over here. Now I'm way across the country over here in Florida now, right? I came all the way across the country from here, LA right there, all the way across the country because it's warm. What's the closest thing to Californian weather? Hey, Florida, damn it, or South Texas, South Texas or Florida. So that's why I live down here. I don't want to live up in New York. I don't want to live up where Jibber Jabber and them live up in Pittsburgh, up here, Illinois, Chicago, Minnesota, and all that old shit. I don't like the cold. I'm just honest. I live on the beach. I might not go to the beach, but I like the ideal of being on the beach. The ideal.
The ideal.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You shouldn't even have been. You should be somewhere where there's no beach. You should be somewhere in the bushes, because you don't want to be on a beach and you live near a beach.
You kick rocks.
I'll be kicking the water on the beach. That's what I'll be doing.
And to buy farming equipment and things of that nature from their owners. That required them to give their owners a portion of the crops, which also kept those black people in a vicious cycle of poverty. But you also have the mass migration. Between World War I and 1960, many Black people left the South to go to the North and West. But since 1970, more Black people have been moving to the South rather than leaving the region.
Exactly. They've been moving back. Exactly. The migration's been coming back because of the prices out in California and New York. They say, man, what? I was just talking to a person right now who moved down here, Florida, living in New York. Said you can't afford it. But they're gonna leave here too. They said, man, this small town, Florida is boring. I'm going down. They're gonna move down by Miami. They old. He's like, he said, this place is boring. I said, I know. My ex-wife got me up here with her goofy ass. But like you can't, the prices are outrageous. And I told you guys, I seen a video about California. I told you California was taxing people for leaving. I'm leaving the state, you trying to tax me? So they say now people are because remember a lot of people left California, moved over here to Texas, right here, right? Moved over to Texas, right? I gotta go to Texas tomorrow. They move all across it, but because Texas was really cheap back then. So they're saying they're getting tax bills 4 and 5 years later. I'm gonna have Joey pull that up. 4 and 5 years later, after they left the state of Texas, they go in their mailbox and they get in a bill like, what does this thing say? You owe California $7,000. For what? For moving out? Crazy. How's that even legal? I left the state. I owe you taxes for a state I don't live in no more. I left the state. You're not taxing me for leaving that fucking place. Crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Attributed to better economic opportunity, or just simply because Black people over the years have built up a culture within the South?
Okay, so this is a pretty important video. Please watch till the end. The Supreme Court today did something that they have been dying to do for decades, and it's devastating, particularly if you are a Black or brown American. They gutted the Voting Rights Act. 6-3, straight down ideological lines.
It's over
Before I
$4
explain what it means, I need you to hear.
Sorry about that. You said, yeah. Sorry, yeah, it's over $4 and it's over $4. It's even more than that. It's like $4.50 over in Florida. Prices are so high. We've been unprecedented time. It's some scary shit. You're not getting paid any money, so how you afford to fill your car up to go to work? You know, especially in the South, we don't got no. If you ain't got no car, remember America refused to build transportation centers up like they did in China. We refused to do the shit. So you got to have a car in America, or you're fucked. Unless you live in New York. Maybe Chicago, but New York you really don't need your car in New York because they got enough subway systems that actually work. You know they got subway in Atlanta. That don't mean shit. You still need a car. So most places in America, you need a car. Are you done? So how you gonna afford this fuel, this gas? It's over $4.30. California, I think it's like, I think it's like $7 in California. Hey, Jason, how much is gas in California right now? $6? Whenever it's $4 something here, you go to California, it's always fuck your head up expensive. And I don't understand why shit is always so expensive in California when they right on the coast. They don't got to get no oil shipped in. That shouldn't be that. How you living in California? I just keep asking that question.
$6.
$6. $6 in California. $6. We crying about $4. It's already $6 in California. I don't know how you survive. That's why everybody's leaving Cali. Remember, when I was a kid, everybody went to California. Everybody was moving to Cali. Everybody was moving to Cali. Remember, California was cheap. You had free college. Not just the colleges were free. There was some. I think if you look right now, California still in America has some of the top 10 best colleges in the country. Of course, you got to pay money now. But if you look at the country, say you ask what are the best 20 best colleges in America, California's gonna have at least 10 of them. And remember back then they were all free. California was always known for good colleges. Everybody came, they were free. The cost of living was free. I mean cheap. And everybody wanted to come and go to Hollywood. Everybody pretend they wanted to be a star. I'm gonna be an actress. Well, how's your coochie game? You gonna be ready to give that coochie? You're gonna be an actress, or ask them how good is your butt? Your butt's flexible. How's your booty hole? Hey, that's Hollywood. You didn't. That's the hidden secret of Hollywood, Joe. You wouldn't know. So sure, I thought about being an actress. Did you? You thought about being an actress? Okay. Come on back into the because they call it the casting couch. We're gonna try you out. See how good your actress game is. Get butt naked.
But shout out to Big Cheese. I just thought about Big Cheese. Hope you're doing amazing. If you are listening, if you are being well, yeah, sending my peace and love to you, literally. I don't know, but
what makes you think about Big Cheese?
Because he's not been here for a minute. So yeah.
He been up for 6 months.
I hope he's well.
I thought you might have been thinking that time he went all the way out to California from Chicago to date that girl. Remember, because Big Cheese is scared to fly, so he caught the train. And I said, you took a train away from Chicago to L.A.? Man, that's a long ass train. Imagine just a train from Chicago all the way to Los Angeles. You build that train forever. Oh shit.
I hope he's well.
One thing clearly, the Voting Rights Act ended Jim Crow at the ballot box. It protected the premise of fair and equal elections. That is what the conservative majority on this Supreme Court just came for. This is a truly dark day in our democracy. Now, conservatives, of course, will dress this up in legal language. They'll call it equal protection or say they're being colorblind. Don't get pulled into the semantics debate trap. Here's what's actually happening. The GOP and the conservative majority on this court are attacking Black political power as a front to seize.
They don't get to semantics because they always use words, their fake words, to try to lie about what they're doing. So she's saying don't get caught up in their fake word play. When they say something, words always mean something different. Freedom, democracy, all that semantic shit. It's all fake. Use all these fake semantic words, and it absolutely means the complete opposite. Go ahead, Joe.
Illegitimate control over all of us. When Black voters have power, we all get better healthcare, better schools, more accountability. When conservatives silence that, they are setting up a system where they can overrule all of us. Justice Kagan, in one of the most extraordinary acts of protest you will ever see from a Supreme Court justice, read her dissent out loud from the bench. That never happens. She called this ruling what it is, the completed demolition of the Voting Rights Act. The numbers are brutal. Analysts are saying that up to 19 congressional seats could be seized by 2028. This would decimate the Congressional Black Caucus. Nearly half of majority Black states.
I've been told, but look, that fake that Joby showed you yesterday, that fake Black caucus, they don't represent us. No way. So who cares they be decimated? They don't represent, the dirty secret. They're Black, yes. They don't represent Black people. They're in the hands of the Israeli lobbyists, Joby showed with AIPAC. AIPAC is anti-Black. Anti. All day, every day. Africa, where you go, they're anti-Black people. So don't scare me with, we're going to lose the Black Congress people. Oh, no. Oh, they didn't represent us any fucking way because they wouldn't put in power by us. So that's why you can't name no Black legislation passed for Black people in fucking 60 years since we got that goofy Voting Act. Because remember, they were already captured. When they went in there, you can't name one fucking thing. I dare you, I'll make a wager. Name me one thing that the Black Caucus has passed since me and you've been alive. Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. We can't even get a hate crimes bill. Everybody know we're the most hated. People killing us in the street, police, but you got an Asian hate crime bill. No, who's fucking with the Asians? Nobody fucking with these goopy Asians or these goopy Indians. But they get a hate crimes bill. How's that? These motherfuckers just got to the country 2 days ago because they're not Black. That's why. That's how everybody, they want Black people globally to be undefenseless, right? To be defenseless. So we can get murdered, get killed. That's what happened right now because no happened in the Sahel states. Shout out to them. Ain't it funny? They found some Mossad spies. Ain't that funny? Had some Mossad spies along with the motherfucking people trying to bring down Mali and them for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Ain't that funny? The fucking cats with the fucking hats. Isn't that wild? What are they doing there? Motherfucker, they involved in everything wicked and evil on this fucking planet. So these votes, this fake black caucus they're talking about, you guys can't name one bill that's been passed or how your life got better with these Negroes. Nothing. They keep them because they always got to keep going back to that well. Remember the well? That Martin Luther King well shit. I wasn't even fucking born. That's what they keep on. That's what the cats with the hats on these TV commercials. They're like that Nelson Mandela with these morons in South. They keep on to push that fuck shit to you. This Martin Luther King nonsense. We weren't even born. If we was born, we were kids. This was the great victory. I have a dream. Blah 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 blah. Okay, what happened after that? Everything in black society got decimated, right? We lost our schools. I'm gonna send Joey this video. This brother telling the truth about it. What happened? It's an older man. He talking about when he was 14 and forced to go to white schools, right? When they forced the integration. It's an older man. He's got to be about 70 something, right? He's telling you when I was in school with the black people. I told you, look at the way black people talk now. They don't talk like me. You can't understand. They sound as bad as the Nigerians in America. You know what the fuck they're saying, right? Not because they're taught by white people, don't give a shit about them. And like I said, you go to any video of black people 60 years ago, correct English. Even the gang members, we showed the gang members all spoke. You know why? Because they were in segregated schools with black women teachers who loved them. So remember, black people were highly educated back in the 40s, and that was a threat to white power. See, and that's what had to bring us in, and now we're dummies. And I told you, always investigate everything, right? Go back, you would look like, I would look at old interviews, right? I'm like, God damn. Even the black kids are well-spoken and they know shit. Today, motherfucker don't know that. Yeah, I be talking about what I did and what I be saying, how I did that, and I jump with the rap. I'm like, what? The fuck is you saying?
Ebonics.
Yeah, but the Ebonics is even, it's not even in Ebonics. Ebonics is too hard. It's something fucked up in Ebonics is I can understand. You look at these interviews from these dudes, they be that the cats be putting on TV. You don't know what the hell they saying. Yeah, it's going down. They all also like they drunk or high. I learned, I was saying, and they always say, I was saying, I be saying. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. What are you saying? I be talking about, I be saying. They be all show these goofy rap songs. I'm talking, I be saying, I'm Glorilla. I be talking about. No! What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what the hell you saying. Am I retarded up in here? So that's what I'm saying. So it's been the systematic destruction of the black community. And then at that time, also when they were destroying us, remember they were destroying our women, right? Because remember the black woman was the key really to our success because she was the one teaching us. So black women had what? Had an investment in teaching black children, black boys and black girls, because that was them. That was seen as love. So they knew they had to destroy the black woman. They had to fuck up her mind, destroy her ass, fuck up her mind, right? To go against their own community. Because remember, it's three-pronged. You got to understand how ingenious. Is it ingenious or is it insidious, right? Because, look, we got an inflection point, right? There's an inflection point happening in the 60s. That's when they started deciding to take our jobs and ship them to China. So black man had no job to take care of the black woman. They told the black woman, so you had the white woman teach the black woman that the black man wasn't no good. How? We never raped and beat our women. That was the white man. That wasn't us. We didn't have no power to beat and rape nobody. So that all that fucking feminist shit got into the black woman's mind. Shout out to the youth. They realized what they've been. So they were sold a bill of goods. You don't need no man and all this anti-man shit started with them. So we talk about an inflection point, guys. Understand this, right? Black man's being now, his jobs are going away now, right? Slowly, we can't provide And this is nature. It's not really like a woman being bad. I want you to stand in the nature. I've studied women. That's my joy. Right? To study women. I've studied women. With this globe, like women value stability. Okay? So you understand a woman's mind is different than a man's mind. Woman values, that's why if you lose your job, a woman start disrespecting your ass. You want to, whoa, right? Because they value stability. It's not really like the loyalty. They value what life are you bringing to them. And it's women's nature. I hate to tell you, that's a woman's nature. What life have you created for them? What stability, right? So so studying this, understand that now what? The black man was becoming what? Unstable. Because he wasn't going to have these jobs that they were shipping to China. Right? So this was going, remember, this is inflection point of destroying us as a people. This is where we find ourselves today. What you understand? This is all orchestrated. Okay? You're talking about these motherfuckers don't never stop fucking with us. Don't let that be the joke. Show you. Never stop. They're always back in some back room, fucking typing up, writing up shit to destroy our ass. Always. Never no accident. Right? So they're in Africa too. This is global. It's global. Understand this ain't no. It starts in America, but they know we're black people global. So bitch, they're gonna get to Africa and fuck it up. Fuck up these women too. As Ruby Zod told you 6 years ago. It's here, Keith. It's here. I know. A lot of white women talking that crazy shit to us. But anyway, so you at an inflection point, right, guys? So you got this fake agent, Martin Luther, and we're gonna put this. Martin Luther King was a Zionist, guys. That's nothing I told you guys years ago. He was the one telling you. See, you didn't know this. He was the one talking about Israel must be allowed to exist. This is your MLK nigga that they made a hero in your face. Israel must be allowed to exist. Now, get out of that, Joe, real quick. Type in on TikTok. Say MLK says that Israel must exist, has a right to exist. Talking that Zionist shit, right? Say MLK said Israel has a right to exist. It's the only democracy, right? That same bullshit.
Excuse me.
But has a right to exist. So, but I don't want you to play it yet. We'll just sit there, right? We'll prove what he was. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I want you to understand why the fuck is he talking? He's supposed to be talking about black people. What's going on with us? What's Israel got to do with this nigga? Not a goddamn thing. But if you understand, this nigga's Boule, right? This nigga they put him out as a counterweight to Malcolm X. Well, Malcolm X is out being so they got to find him the house nigga, him, as a counterweight to Malcolm X, who's the real thing. So they're got to bring you a phony Negro. That's why they celebrate this nigga. Why they celebrate his ass all in your face. And everybody got mad when I tear him down and tell you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with fake. You're dealing with somebody that they put up there. And he's a bull. His whole family is Boule. Who's Boule? Created by the goddamn cats with the hats. This nigga's whole family is Boule. Whole family's Boule. That's why he was crying about that white woman he couldn't marry back in the, oh, white woman, I want your coochie. Said, no, you're a dirty nigga. Now I'll have sex with your stupid ass. I'll fuck you. I'll let you play in my coochie. But marry you? Nah, I can't allow that. I'll be shunned. I'll be shamed for marrying your black ass Martin. Now I'll let you play in my coochie. No, nobody know. We'll do that. I'll let you play in my coochie a little bit and you fall in love with me. I remember Harry Belafonte told you 20 years after he broke up with this white woman, he was still crying about this bride. He said Martin was in his house in New York, still crying over this white woman. He's married now with kids. Married this black wife and his kids, and he's still crying about this white woman. 20 years later. Now this is what Harry Belafonte said. This ain't Keith. This Harry Belafonte said this dude was crying in 1960 something over the white woman. So he's supposed to be freeing black people, but he's worrying about white women. You see what I'm talking about? Whole families Boule. This whole Negro history is fake. It's fake. That's why you all these commercials of Martin Luther King, yeah. Same way they did with the Nelson Mandela shit with the goofy South Africans. They give you some fake nigga to worship, right? So why is he concerned about Israel when we know these are the people that's in America, same thing in South Africa. They kept us segregated, kept us stupid. These are the main ones that own the slaves. And you can go look at that. Most of the slave owners were what? Cats with hats in the South. And not just in America, if you go look in the Caribbean and go look in South America, like Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela, the majority of the slave owners there were the fucking cats with them fucking hats. Ain't that funny? But this boule handkerchief head nigga Joby Gabby, he didn't know that. This stupid nigga didn't know that the majority he's talking about loving and that were the most majority of the slave owners. Not only were they the slave owners, they owned the boats. They own the goddamn boats that shipped your ass from Africa and got you over here. Okay? They own the boats. And I told you, go Lloyd's of London and look up the boats and see who owned them. It's them. Right? So go ahead, Joe. Let me see what he says. See if you can find one.
World must see that Israel must exist and has a right to exist and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.
My Jewish brothers and sisters.
One of the most, they go to semantics. It's one of the only democracies in the Middle East. Gotcha, nigga. Gotcha. I want you to play that again before you play that one again. Gotcha, nigga. Gotcha. See, it rings true now, don't it? Fucking your mind up that he gave you this clown ass nigga here to worship. Remember, you go and everybody black out there had a Jesus picture, a picture of Martin Luther King. This group, you never had no picture of Malcolm X. They buried his ass to us. You had a picture of MLK. Yeah, Jesus, MLK, and maybe John F. Kennedy who got shot in the fucking head, right? Well, you in most black homes. Now, you guys be honest, when you was a kid, these were your idols. You had a picture of that fake cracker Jesus up there looking all homosexual. Be Jesus, nigga. With the light on his head looking all crazy. You had a picture of Jesus, MLK, and John F. Kennedy, right? And ain't none of them did you good. This is how indoctrinated black people, ain't none of them did you no good, right? They were all brought to you by white supremacy. John F. Kennedy, MLK, and fake Jesus. All of them. Go play it again, Joe. Go ahead.
The world must see that Israel must exist and has a right to exist and is one of the great outposts of democracy.
I don't know, we said this probably it's all the Zionist talking points. They still say it today. They have the right to exist. Now remember, they were going and stealing people's homes. They were going to people's homes and stealing their homes. Israelis were doing that. Going in their homes. I'm talking about going, and Joby's in the house, I'm knocking on the door. Joby comes in the bathroom. Hey, hello, how you doing? I say, hey, time for you to get the fuck out. Well, how you talking? Get the fuck out. That's what I'm telling you. And this is what happened in Palestine. This is factual. You were told to get out your house, and they would steal your home. You may tell me this motherfucker didn't know this? This educated man didn't know none of this? This motherfucker here, right? They always give you all these fake people like a Gandhi. Like Gandhi raced his ass. People years, I told people years ago, they couldn't believe it. Everybody knows it now. But when I said I'm always at the cutting edge, I'm the first one. I told you, hey, this Gandhi's a no good, dirty, stinking ass, pedophilic racist. People are like, oh, they would clutch their pearl. Choking their Gandhi! Because you've been caught in propaganda, just like with this filthy nigga here. You've been propagandized your whole life. And when I tell you Gandhi was a filthy, pedophilic, goddamn racist, your mind can't compute. That's why people that's like Joby. Oh my God, Joby and Katie are an example. But I told them about Gandhi and Mother Teresa, right? They were talking about propaganda. Joby and Katie went to clutch the pearls. What? God, Mother Teresa? Yeah, that rotten ass broad. See, because we've grown up with so much We're growing up with so much. Man, you come in this world, you just bombarded with lies. Your whole life is in your head. And the sad part, most of us never wake up from these lies. But I just remember when I told Joby and Katie about Mother Teresa and Gandhi. They're like, what? Their whole heads exploded. They were like, I remember Joby and Katie's hair. They're looking at me crazy. They were looking at what? Mother Teresa? Mother Teresa? And Joby found out later that she wasn't no good. Said, yeah, Mother Teresa. Yeah, Joby, Mother Teresa. Man, she burned in hell. They're like, what? I said it all vicious to them. They're like, what? So, Joby and Katie got the show and talking shit about me. That I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's crazy. Talking about Mother Teresa. He crazy. right? Because the propaganda is thick. Or Gandhi, right? Gandhi, old racist, pedophilic ass. Sleep with little kids, calling black people stinking monkeys and shit. But he's supposed to be they made him into some hero. And all my life, so I had the same propaganda, right? So I had the same propaganda growing up with the movies, right? Because we already know who owns the movies. We ain't got to say who owns the movies. We know who makes the movies, makes the lies. We already know who owns all movies. They own all of it. Ain't it funny? So my whole life I became an adult when I got my first year of college. That professor, Keith, how you know what you even believe is even real? What? That's when he got me with the Jesus shit. Right? Well, I'm all messed up. What? And I remember I was talking. He said, "How you know anything about Gandhi?" I said, "Yeah, Gandhi is a good man. He's a great man. He's the great Mahatma." I'm 18 years old, sounding all crazy in college. He's the great Mahatma. Yeah, he's the great Mahatma. Gandhi didn't even like your black ass. I'm like, what? That's what he talking. I said, what? Gandhi? I'm all fucking. I said, you crazy, Gandhi? To me, remember, I got the movie in my head. The great Mahatma. The great Mahatma. Didn't he fight for black people? Like he said, see, Keith, how you know what you believe? You just believe shit. That's what I was still believing about Idi Amin eating kids. Remember? So I seen the movie as a kid. Got Idi Amin as a cannibal eating motherfucker. Like, oh, Idi Amin's evil. That's how good movies are. But sorry guys, I got all off the damn beaten path. That's because I haven't done shows. I got Joby here. I haven't done shows of my own in so long. Yeah, so this dude was brought to, to circle back. So let me circle back to what I was saying. This dude was brought to us, right? He wasn't there to free us. He was the enslaved. If you're smart now, you got 60 years since this motherfucker's been around, right? To do a critical analysis of what was the benefit of this dude, or was this a psyop? You should know that this whole movement with this motherfucker here was a psyop. See, back then, you really was smart enough about Israel. Now, he's talking, you see, he's controlled by the Zionists who put up the Israeli motherfuckers, put him up there. They paid for him, they put him out there to be a juxtaposition against Malcolm X. Right? He was a juxtaposition against the real motherfucker, Malcolm X. This motherfucker on my shirt. Against him, right? Against him, right? Against Malcolm X. This clown-ass Negro was the juxtaposition. So they could play them off each other that he was going to do. He's the one to say, we must love white people, love everybody, just love our enemies. He's the one to tell you get smacked in the head, get fucked up, get beat. Malcolm X will tell you, you don't know nobody fucking hit you in the face. Somebody hits you in the face, you get their ass off and you beat their ass. He was somebody, you love everybody and let them beat you up. That's what talking is crazy, talking to black people. Right? Because at that time, as Malcolm X told you, we were still politically immature. We were politically children. And we are today because we've been regressed because of our education, because of this, what this Negro did. We're dumber now again. We've been regressed. We're stupid because of this moron here talking this stupid shit and his Zionist talking points, right? So he's saying the same thing they say today. Israel has a right to exist and blah, blah, blah. And it's like Joe Barry said, he said the same words. It's the democracy. Well, he's not telling you that the same Israeli democracy was the one, because he said in what? The Middle East, the Levant, or what we call Northeast Africa, right? This moron's not telling you that it is not real, that created through Britain all these other fake non-democracies. He knows you're politically immature back then. You wasn't gonna know that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Bahrain was created by the same cats with no fucking hats through their fucking proxy, England. So him to say it's the only democracy, as if these other countries couldn't be democracies, but they chose for slavery purposes to make them fiefdoms. Oh, my fault, kingdoms. To make them fiefdom kingdoms. So he's not gonna say. So you can't say he's not educated. MLK went to one of the best schools back. I think he went to what? Boston University. He went to a good school, so he's not a moron. So he doesn't know all this stuff. He doesn't know any of this, or is he just a plant? Okay, or is he just a plant? See, when you go, and this is painful for people. When you tear down people's heroes, it hurts deep because they've been their whole life with propaganda. Like Job and them could tear down Gandhi, no good as he's not black, or even no good as what's that goopy broad name again? That goopy Mother Teresa. It was close to the heart, but not really deep, not embedded. Like MLK is embedded, like Jesus. MLK is like Jesus embedded in there. You can't really let, and so you tear down people's that embed propaganda, they'll kill you. They'll kill you to keep that propaganda. They'll kill you because their mind has been inundated with lies since they were born, just inundated with lies. And then I just bring the common sense perspective and show you right here. This is not AI Joby show. This is him telling you that he didn't know, and since they're gonna tell you all the lies, they're gonna keep their propaganda. He didn't know them. He didn't know what he was saying. He didn't understand the situation. He did. He's a grown man. What do you mean he doesn't understand the situation that's going on? He understands it more than us back then. He's telling you right there and giving you all the same talking points right there. But they'll make every excuse for this handkerchief head nigga right here. They'll make every excuse for this because remember, the Zionist media has made him a god in your mind since you was a child. Mine too. They made him a god in your mind since you was a baby. All the movies and MLK, fighting for justice, and blah, 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 blah. Because you never look under the skirt. You never look under and say, oh, okay, what the comments saying?
I'm trying to see. There's some people who are agreeing with what he's saying. There are people who are disagreeing. How dare you use this man who was murdered by white people as a means to further white people's Zionist agenda? This is
it's disgusting. He said how you using him because he was used. See, you don't understand. Keep it there. Now, this is an honest question because they did see. He's trying to say, why are you using them to further the white supremacist thing? Because he was. I know you upset, dude. You don't say this dude was created by the white supremacists to push their agenda. You didn't know that. You thought he was fighting against it. That's how this con works. You thought this dude was fighting against the white supremacists. He was not. He wasn't fighting against them. See, that's how the scam. That's how the con works. Say how he uses words. These are the words he said. These are the words he said. I know it hurts. Like I said, I told you, it's the same thing. Like that's the cognitive density working on. What? What are you talking about? How's he saying this? And he's fought for black people justice.
Some people also say he was a Zionist and he wanted land returned to the Arab inhabitants. Why cut that piece of the video out? And someone also adds that in the same speech he calls for Israel to give land back to the Arabs and the general disarmament in the Middle East too.
Well, how they get land back? And he said they got. Well, maybe is this speech fake? I've seen this for years. It could be Is it doctored? Because he's saying he told them they got right to exist. How can they get land back? Because remember, there was no such thing as Israel. Israel came and stole the land. So how can it be both? You can't say they got a right to exist. Then if he said he got to get the land back to the Arabs, then Israel won't exist. Which one is it? See, it doesn't make any sense because that land was stolen by the Arabs. I mean, by the Israelis. So how can I give land back then? And then somehow Israel going to be a democracy? It won't. It won't exist. That's why he's saying. Everybody's asking doesn't have a right to exist since it stole the land. So it's like me coming to Joby's house saying, "Do I got a right to exist in Joby's house as I stole it from her? Do I got the right?" And put Joby in the closet. I got the house now. Joby's living in the closet now. Joby said, "Hey, can I come out?" Not unless I tell you, get your ass out of there. I'm gonna give you a little food and stick your ass back in that closet.
In the world.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to me amid anti-Semitism anywhere, we don't need your support. We have enough Jewish power to deal with this problem ourselves. I would still take a stand against anti-Semitism because it's wrong, it's unjust, and it's evil. If my Catholic brothers and sisters said to me, amid bigotry toward Catholics, we don't need your support in this because we have enough Catholic power to deal with it, I would still take a stand against bigotry toward Catholics because it is wrong, it is evil, and it is unjust.
Black people easily fooled because we're politically morons. What he's saying, it feels good because we're good people, right? What Jewish power would be needed when they control the planet? What is he talking about? We don't got any power. I would go get that. And what is anti-Semitic? What is that? The people are they're not even that. Isn't that funny? See, this is a tool. This is an agent. Easily. This is an agent. Easily known as an agent. Because this doesn't make any sense. Because, see, that's why you're not supposed to know that the NAACP, another big organization, was created by them cats again. Ain't that funny? Who was a major supporter of his. Who did the whole fake. You guys know the fake bus boycott was all fake, right? And even shout out to Dr. Claudia Henderson got that right. But everybody know that was right. That's what Malcolm, but that came from Malcolm X who told you. Why are you fucking fighting to sit on a white man's bus to pay him, to make him more wealthier when you can be building your own fucking bus? You just show you won't, because remember, they never teach you this, that back in Alabama, Montgomery, there were black buses. So why the fuck would you fight to get on Mr. Charlie's bus and not get on your own bus? Why would you take the money and make your own bus poor, which we did, to ride on Mr. Charlie's bus? Because we're all what? Fucked up in the head. We worship white people. So we destroy our own bus company, making millions to go ride on Mr. Charlie. But ooh, I'm on the white man's bus. Ooh, I got the white man's dick all in my mouth. Yes. Ooh, this feels good. Look at me riding, Mr. Charlie. I'm on your bus. And all you did, the fight is economics. We think they fight in Africa for to keep Africans poor. What do you think that's about? Economic power, money. Their system doesn't work unless they have money. They're dominating you through what? Their economics. So why are you celebrating some shit they're talking about sitting on a motherfucking bus? What the fuck I care about sitting on somebody's goddamn bus? Instead of owning my own fucking bus for my own people. Why do I care about sitting on Mr. Charlie's bus? Ooh, Mr. Charlie, I'm on your bus. Ooh, look at it. And that's the bill of goods you've been given. That it's okay to sit on Mr. Charlie's bus and feel good. Now what do we own? We don't own shit in this country. We used to own everything. You know why? Because we had to. Ain't that funny? We had to own everything. But you've been giving propaganda. It's good to be a miss. It's just, when they celebrate, every time that when Joby shows that Black History shit, they come with that, oh, the Montgomery bus boycott, how great it was. You don't never learn that the black bus company you put out of business, and that was your wealth. So you gave you so you tell me the victory was to go away from Joby's bus, who owns the bus company, right? I said Joby owns the bus company. I say fuck Joby, and I go be with the white man and give him all the money and make him more wealthier. Now Joby's broke and all fucked up, right? She's all broken up down the road. Her bus company gone a bit. She's all broke, but through propaganda, I'm told through the media and everything for years, yeah, the Alabama Montgomery boy boycott was a victory for black people. Well, Joey's family's all fucking poor, and we're still poor. We don't own nothing. Yeah, but we got to ride on Mr. Charlie's bus. Look at us now. Whoa, Mr. Charlie. Whoa. Whoa. Ride on Mr. Charlie's bus. That's what we got, right? People died so that we can what? So we can sit next to the white man. People died so we can sit next to the white man. He said, Joey buses don't smell white. That's right.
No, they don't.
I know. That's why Joey buses didn't smell white. We gotta get rid of her. Exactly right. They didn't smell like white people. Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. We got to unlearn what we learned. And I think this is good. I know people are scared because you've been lulled to sleep by this fake movement here that was fake. Martin Luther King Bush is fake. It's only fake. They never changed. You believe all to they think they changed all civil rights. No, they're in your face with their racism. They haven't stopped it. So I think this is good. I think black people should go back now to uniting again. You got to unite. Anybody? You got to go back to being black again, like your grandmothers, and unite. Your women can't talk that crazy bullshit. I don't need no man. I'm the boss. All that fuck shit. That ain't gonna work no more, black women. Because they know they fired your black ass from all your jobs. Anybody? They told you black broads. See, it's systematic. They start finding all you black women from your job. I don't need no black man. He don't make as much money as I make. Look at me, what I'm doing. Now you see you black women on TikTok all scared. We were so lies. Yeah, you were so lies. So you got to get your fucking mind right, huh? You got to come be a woman again. Not talk crazy. Not talk crazy to people. That ain't gonna work no more. You got to be respectful.
Martin Luther King stood with the Jewish community.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to me amid anti-Semitism anywhere, we don't need your support. We have enough Jewish power to deal with this problem ourselves. I would still take
and this is the Jews. Everybody got the Israeli flag. That's why they showing you. So they're saying black people, you're supposed to be like MLK and support people. But see, let's see what Malcolm X type and say that what did Malcolm X say about Israel, Joe? Let's see what Malcolm X said about it. Let's type that. Say what did Malcolm X say about Israel?
For example, Zionists maintained they could never expect justice in the Tsarist courts and the courts from other countries in Eastern Europe and so on. And they decided that it would be wise to establish a separate state in Israel.
And all of the world powers got together, the white world powers, I should say, got together and helped all of these white Jews to establish a separate state in the heart of a dark-skinned people's territory. And if white people can get together and let other whites, help other whites to establish an independent nation right in the midst of dark-skinned people.
It is the best $3 billion investment we make. If we look at the Middle East,
look at this shit here.
I think it's about time
all Zionists. They all control.
Those of us who support as most
I'm a Zionist.
do.
I'm not Jewish, but I'm a
Israel
Zionist.
in this body.
They're all there's no see, now everybody knows they're all controlled. These fake congressmen. That's why we're in war with Iran, because the cats told them you better do this. They're all bought and paid for, and that's the problem with our damn politicians. They are Congress. They're all bought and paid for, stooges for a foreign power. But you heard Malcolm X was completely different from what MLK said. They tell you no, they're not supposed to be a good bunch of white people. Just put some other white people, other people's shit. I don't support that. But you got to go be the whole thing. I don't support that. How you gonna go to somebody's house and just steal their shit and say now it's yours? Man, MLK, they got a right to exist. They stole it, so what? And they got a right to exist and blah blah blah, and they support it. because he's created by them. He's created by them. Whether you like it or not. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you feel like it. I know you want to jump to this screen and choke me to death. I know you feel a certain type of way. Like when we first got Big Cheese. Big Cheese was mad as hell when I was talking about this shit. Made him angry because the propaganda's deep. You like the propaganda with Job and Katie with that goopy lying ass no good fucking Mother Teresa broad. May she burn in hell with her wicked ass. You know, they can process that in their minds. They've been taught all this propaganda their whole life. Mother Teresa. Oh, you got when you say somebody's good, you're not Mother Teresa, because that's propaganda. That's what it is. That wicked ass bitch. Some damn Mother Teresa wicked fucking ass. That wicked ass pedophile, not a pedophile. Wicked ass pedophile, starving people, wicked motherfucker. Fuck out of here with that broad. That's about which it was a hell. Yeah, we don't know Big Cheese that. We ain't seen him. I think Big Cheese Big Cheese, you know, I know he had I'm not being personal with you, Big Cheese. I know he lost his job because Big Cheese would donate every week, every other week. We ain't got no donation. Big Cheese in 6 months since Joby gave Joby her birthday money. That's 6-7 months ago. So I know it's about Big Cheese. You ain't got to go in because you lost your job, man. We're not messing with you about the donations. It's rough out here. We know it is. Shit, it's tough, and now it's even tougher. So we get it. Where am I at? Some all over.
We're talking about Malcolm X.
Yeah. With Malcolm X, that's why they put up MLK, right? And that's why they told Malcolm X knew it. That's why they told you when they had the I Have a Dream. You think it's all propaganda. He didn't wrote that. Some Jewish guy wrote that shit, right? And it wasn't about them. It was Black Americans going to Washington because they didn't get paid their money for career and other stuff that the government owned. So they were coming to America, to Washington to shut the country down. They were going to shut Congress down, go lay in the airports, go stop shit. Just put your body. See when the what's that old statement? I used to know. I don't know no more Congress from college. There's a statement that says when the gears of government become so oppressive, you must put your. I'm not getting the exact quote. I'm paraphrasing. It said when the gears of government become so onerous, so oppressive, you must put your body. You must lay your body down on the very gears that are oppressing you. You must be willing to put your body in the area to stop the oppression. So the African Americans were going there to lay down and going up to D.C. to nation's capital to lay on the damn tarmac of the airports and stop Washington from moving. They were going to shut it down. When the cats with the hats got, do this for me, type this up.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Malcolm X says the march on Washington was phony. Not funny, Joby, phony.
Very funny, kid. FONNY. I don't know.
PHONY.
No. PHONY. Okay. Still, TikTok would have brought the same thing.
Probably did. There you go. Okay, calm down. Go ahead. Let's.
This is what happened with the March on Washington.
Let you know.
They didn't integrate it. Exactly. They infiltrated it.
Exactly. But everybody celebrates today. Everybody celebrates and says, "Oh, everybody comes to I Have a Dream." your little black ass Joby would be with the little white boy, and y'all can go have school together. Have a dream, Joby, that you can get your butt cheeks up to a white man, and you can say, okay, it's all great. that was in Martin Luther King, but it was a scam. That's what Malcolm X is talking about. Go ahead, Joby.
Joined it. They engulfed it. They became so much a part of it, it lost its original flavor. It ceased to be a black march. It ceased to be militant. It ceased to be angry.
Of course.
It ceased to be impatient. In fact, it ceased to be a march. It became a farce. It became a picnic, an outing with a festive circus-like atmosphere, with clowns and all. The government had learned that most of these demonstrations where black people predominate
angry,
are very militant and oftentimes lead to violence.
They're angry.
But to the same degree that whites participate,
we're gonna shut this shit down.
Most times is decreased.
They became all nice and bloody. Okay.
I watched a white clergyman on the TV news in New York when the Negroes were picketing the Downstate Medical Center in Brooklyn. I think the man's name was Potter or Cooper or something, I forget. He's somehow up official in one of these Protestant churches. And they asked him why he was out there picketing, a white man. And he told them on the news, I just came back from Washington, talking with the Attorney General. And he told me that their statistics had shown that wherever these demonstrations take place and they're predominantly black, they're too militant and too prone toward violence. And they had discovered that when whites participate.
At this time, our grandparents and our parents really had enough. That's when we were the mama. We were going in the streets, killing motherfuckers in the bed. We had enough. It was violent. See, they're gonna use Martin Luther King with the goopy Jesus shit to calm you. They always bring the reverend preachers out to calm you niggas down. Jesus said, let's be calm and let's not worry about you going against the white man. We're all brothers in love here. You niggas don't own shit. You're fucked up and dirty, but that's okay. You're going to go to heaven and meet this cracker Jesus in space. You're going to put on your space suit and go to heaven and say, Jesus, I'm here. Can I have long blonde hair like Joby? Can I have something to eat, Jesus? Is it time to eat yet, nigga? Can I have something to eat, Jesus? I'm here. I'm dead now. I didn't have shit on earth because the white man told me my stuff is in heaven with Jesus. He got his shit here. He stole all my shit. White man has stole all my shit. But I got to wait for mine in heaven. So I'm in heaven now, Jesus. You're going to pay up. Remember that? So that's what MLK was about when they were telling you, oh, Jesus, don't fight the white man. Love him. He's your brother. Everybody's all good and love everyone. It's all same shit they told about Nelson Mandela get them goopy ass South Africans, right? But they didn't fight anyway. They wouldn't fight. They were too many do piano on the street corners and shit. Yeah, that ain't my fault. You go, that's your South African man. Don't get mad at me. So we were so we were fighting at that time. It was militant. They wanted to stop our militancy because remember, you look at all the old. Joby goes back and shows some old films. The 60s, it's all militant. So you don't hear that bullshit. They tell the preachers to sit down and shut up the kids. It was militant because all the violence that we had been through, all the damn subjugation we had been through, all the damn injustice we had been, the hangings, the whippings, the beatings. Black people were tired. We had enough. But they can always roll out that good old Negro preacher for you. Why are you so mad? Jesus wants the love. Don't you feel love? Don't you want to know the love of the blood of the lamb or whatever? And Psalms 28:25, Jesus said, let a motherfucker slap you in the face and don't do nothing. Yeah. That's what Jesus said. Yes, it's all love and great. Never no love towards you by anybody else, but you gotta love everybody. Well, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, play.
Participate to the same degree that whites participate, the militancy decreases.
It decreases.
And violence is eliminated, minimized.
The violence. Be violent. Shit gotta get done.
So when these whites join these Negroes and they're demonstrating, there's two different motives. The Negroes are demonstrating for freedom, but the whites are out there demonstrating to keep the Negroes from getting too far out of line.
That's right.
The government found out that this is the only way black people could be held in check. The government told the marchers on Washington what time to arrive in Washington, where to arrive, and when to arrive. Then the government channeled them from the arrival point to the feet of a dead president named Washington and let them march from there to the feet of another dead president named Lincoln. The original black militants had planned to march on the White House, on the Senate, on the Congress. But the shrewd politicians in Washington, D.C., realizing that these black militants could not be stopped, joined them. And thereby, these white liberals were able to lead them away from the White House, away from the Capitol, away from the Senate, and away from the Congress, and away from victory by keeping them marching between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Monument, marching between the feet of two dead men. The march was controlled by the president. The government told the marchers what signs to carry, what songs to sing, what speeches they could make and what speeches they could not make. And then the government told them to be sure and get out of town by sundown.
Good niggas got down.
And all those Negro Uncle Toms were out of town by sundown. One of the 6 Negro leaders, John Lewis, chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee.
Pause it. Now we know, back then y'all didn't know John Lewis was. We weren't even born yet. John Lewis, who just died, 5-6-year-old handkerchief head motherfucker right there. Who you guys know John Lewis was not for anybody black. Told you his ass wasn't. All these fake. I told you now you're old enough to connect the fucking dots now. His name's fucking John stinking ass Lewis. You know he was a Jewish agent. That's no doubt no more. Back with that no good handkerchief head dead and stinking ass, taking in his damn grave and throw his ass back in another. He told you, I don't do shit for black people. And what he told, he's out there this fake march. He's out there fake march in 63. What did he tell you in 2016, 17, 18? I don't do shit for black people. Told you to your fucking face. But supposedly back in the 60s, 63, he's marching for black people and for rights. That's the shit you was given. But they only told the truth. I don't give a fuck about you niggas. That's what he told you to your face. He was talking about gay people sucking dick. Remember that? I don't care about black people. Talking about the gays sucking dick. And let me show that to your face. I'll show that to your face. But remember, Jewish power made him a black hero to you. But see, when he's getting old, about to die and be dead, he told you the truth. I didn't give a fuck about you black people. I told you this is all fake. That's why they had to kill Malcolm X to tell you the truth way back then. This is fake. You've been lied to. You've been propagandized to. Right? You've been lied to. You've been propagandized to. So there's no doubt about they're gonna no doubt about John Lewis. Oh man, John Lewis, that's one of MLK's boys, one of Martin Luther King Jr. We know he's a coon. None of y'all gonna dispute me in this chat room. I know none of y'all gonna dispute it. Because you all know what I'm telling you is a fact about John Lewis. He just told you that coon ass nigga who's dead and stinking while he rest in hell. Raggedy ass motherfucker. How long was he a member of Congress? Oh, of course, and he's fighting for black people now, but he was a member of Congress at least for 25 years. I want you guys to name me anything that John Lewis did for black people as a member. Remember, they were protesting Congress. That's what the march was about. Like he tells you, it's going to shut shit down. But now he joined the place he's supposed to shut down. Now tell me, name me anything that John Lewis did for black people. Give me one. I'm telling you, I can't give me one fucking thing. Give me one thing that John Lewis did the whole time he was in Congress for black people. I'm waiting. Give me one thing of legislation that John Lewis did for black people while he was in Congress. And I'll let Joby continue this speech. So we got one handkerchief head nigga right there, John Lewis. You know he's a handkerchief. I ain't got a lot. You guys, he's not a Malcolm X. I mean, MLK. So you knew through his life he showed you he was a handkerchief head nigga. So you can't dispute his ass. See, MLK, they supposedly killed him. But I'm going to tell you, that's fake too. I told you that years ago. I don't believe that. I believe that's all fake. It's always kabuki theater. When you see somebody, it's like the Charlie Kirk shit. Charlie Kirk got shot, he's assassinated. You believe Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Or you just believe what people tell you? When you look at the evidence, you see that shit ain't no damn assassination. It's all fucking fake. That's what I believe the MLK shit is. I believe it's an agent. I believe it was a fake assassination like they always do all the time. See, now you guys know, you guys see, they harping like the fake assassination they just did with fucking Trump two damn weeks ago. See, now everybody can see that they're fake now. Everybody, that's why you see everybody saying, this shit's fake, this nigga's saying it's fake. But in the 60s, you'd understand what false flags and what fake assassinations look like. I'm telling you, MLK got everything of a fake assassin. Now people come after me. If we were still big, people would go crazy. You see all these, like you guys remember everybody used to do them hit pieces against me. You see a bunch of hit pieces on YouTube against me just for saying this. And we see all these numbers in these big ass chat rooms. You see all these damn hit pieces. This guy keeps us crazy. He called MLK assassination phony. I believe it's phony. All the evidence shows to me wasn't real. Just like that Charlie Kirk shit. Just like this fake ass shit with Trump. See, you know now because you're smart. But go ahead, Joe. Go ahead and play.
Was stopped from making a militant speech. The speech was censored by the Reverend Patrick O'Boyle.
What's another reverend?
The Catholic Archbishop of Washington, D.C. Catholic clergyman doesn't speak on his own. He doesn't have that latitude. When he opens up his mouth, that's the church speaking.
That's the fake pope.
This was a case in which the Catholic Church itself, for whom Reverend O'Boyle speaks.
Now pause it. Now, if anybody knows, pause it. If you know about the fake church that black people go crazy about, the Catholic fake ass church, right? Now let's get some context about this fake ass Catholic Church. Now we know the Catholic Church, worth trillions of dollars, all stolen from all over the world. Now remember, if you guys remember, it was a papal bull written in 1452, I want to say, that all black people need to be subjugated to slavery. This is your fucking church that these niggas in Africa and everywhere else are praying to. That their fake pope, and remember, it wasn't only to 3 years ago, because they had to finally clear their name because they're so fucking filthy and your God is fake. Sorry. It's only 3 years ago, last 3 years ago, that they said, oh, we're wrong for breaking the bull and saying the Africans are supposed to be slaves and we're supposed to steal their land. That's in the bull. That's in the papal bull, guys. The Pope in 1452 said you're to go to Africa and all places outside of Europe and enslave the African and steal its shit and steal their shit, their land, their whatever. You're to enslave them? And what kind of God is this? What kind of fucking fake God is this? This is the papal bull. This is the Catholic Church. This is real. You're to go enslave Africans, steal their land, put them under the sword, kill their ass if they don't convert to the Jesus shit. But you still make them slaves as you convert their ass and you steal all their shit. Now, I don't know if you guys even know that the Catholic Church owns most of the land in Africa. Do you know that? They're the wealthiest motherfucking landowners in this fake fucking church. Owns the majority of land in Africa. If I'm lying, I'm fucking flying. Because that's how they went in, to steal, rob, kill. You got black people talking about Jesus and the Lord. All that shit. Propaganda of the mind is crazy shit. Right? Go ahead and play, Joe. What you looking for? Papal
put itself in a position.
You looking for it or something? What you looking for?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I'm just enjoying the heat. I hear it's cold.
Oh, got the heat on. Okay, good. Cold. It's hot. It's cold in Nairobi. Up on the farm, it's hot up there. It's crazy.
It's raining, so I don't know. It's raining.
And of censoring one of the 6 Negro civil rights leaders. This shows John F. Kennedy's shrewd strategy. In fact, that's what that F stands for, the fox.
John F. Kennedy, the fox.
This is what happened with the March on Washington.
That's good.
They didn't integrate.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. What else were we talking? We talking about okay.
Yeah. You sent me a video?
No. I said no. I was talking about civil rights.
Exactly. I want to share a couple of videos here, which are also showing about the negligence of the Black communities or the Black neighborhoods, especially the Black American neighborhoods, to be specific.
Malcolm X once said, "The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman, and the most neglected person."
Pause it. That's a lie now. That's what Malcolm. See, that before Malcolm X see the transition. Remember, he was murdered in '65. He said that in '63, but that could be somewhat true. That's before the. See, you guys got to put that in context, Black lady. I know you want to say that bullshit, but it's not no more. That's a lie. You're one of the most protected groups in America because the white man used you to destroy the Black family. That's a fact. It's known. So you're not the most unprotected anymore. You were used. See, that's before Malcolm X died, got murdered in '65, lady, while they were still putting their shit into motion. So back then, could that be somewhat true? Maybe. But today, no. Because at that time, they were putting their implementation to put you over the Black man, to give you power. Everybody knows you run the damn Black community. That's a fact. It's not a lot. Black men don't. You do. You do. You don't want to get Black men locked up. You do that. You did that. Because you were given that by the Rockefeller Foundation. Okay? This is a fact. You didn't need no man and also Christian. You want to say that back. Malcolm X wasn't coming to no place. He heard none of this rhetoric you motherfuckers talk now 60 years later. That rhetoric didn't even exist back then. So you can't use what he's saying back then and take it out of context and use that for today. You're at completely different times, lady. See, you want to use the shit for your own benefit without being honest with history. He wasn't in the times when they completely destroyed you as women and turned you against your own men. And everybody, this is factual. Everybody knows. It's not like I'm saying some shit. You got Black women that tell you the truth. Know this. So you trying to be the victim is absolutely crazy. Let's see what you're saying. Go ahead.
America is the Black woman, and history explains exactly why. White men argue that women were too emotional to vote and value Black men over all women. And in the fight for women's suffrage, white women had the chance to stand beside Black women. Both were pushed out, both were dismissed. But white women wanted equal.
You said it's a lie. That's what I told these Black fucking women. You're dangerous, bitch. You're dangerously fucking woefully stupid. Call it, you're dangerous. Because they're working from some fucking I'm the Black woman bullshit. I'm supposed to be on top, right? What she's saying is a lie. White women didn't stand with no Black women ever. And not back then at all. That's why I'm going to debunk this shit with just plain history. That's why you broads are dangerous, right? So Ida B. Wells, Black woman, Black sister, told you that the white woman was racist and she was never going to let Black women into their mix. And they were using Black women for numbers. This is back in 18, when she talking about, when she showed these old pictures, this is 1890, whatever the hell it is, 140 years, 130 years ago, 130 years ago. So all Black women were telling you that this was fake. Also, during the truth that when she wrote the damn thing, aren't I a woman too? Because the white women didn't accept her. Because she was saying, aren't I a woman? Because I'm Black, ain't I a woman? And the white women said, no, Black bitch, you're Black. That's what the fuck you are. So she's talking about this, told you. See, so this time, that's why she tried to throw Malcolm X in this shit to make it credible. This is all white feminist talk she's talking about. This ain't even historic history. So pull her to the side, Joe. I want you to open up another tab real quick on your computer. Just keep her there because we're gonna debunk this goofy broad. Okay, now type this, Joby. Say Ida B. Wells. Say Ida, IDA, and then not an H, Joe, just Ida, and not an H, just say Ida. There you go. Ida, then put a B, then Wells, WELLS. Ida B. Wells says that the white women are racist, and white women are racist and don't care about black women being part of their group. That's what she was talking. And we had to fight with the white women. They don't fight with you now. Now, black women finally realize that today. That's what we see black women now, 100 years later, realizing what Ida B. Wells told their ass 150 years ago. Yeah, user, I like yeah, user, she usually got it right.
You know what's wild? Ida B. Wells wasn't just writing about racism, she was living it in real time. While white journalists were calling lynchings justice, she was calling them what they really were, public executions. And she didn't just report the truth, she weaponized it. Because Ida knew that a pen could do what a pistol couldn't, make the world watch. She was born enslaved in 1862.
Remember, Ida B. Wells told you guys about also what the fake NAACP. She was the real thing. So that's why you guys never hear about. Remember, they never tell you about her no damn Black American history shit, right? They just exclude Ida B. Wells. They don't even let you hear about her ass when she's calling the white women racist and shit. They don't want to unite with us. They want us to be their fucking slaves. But you got this other black broad now. Well, white women, we all unite. It's a lie. White women didn't fucking unite with you. They couldn't stand your black ass. You was a nigger bitch to them. They told you to your face. And that's what Ida B. Wells told you back then. Said there's no unite with these white women. They're evil. They're wicked. They're racist. They can't stand us. They don't think about uniting with us. They want to use us for our numbers, but they don't want any solidarity with us. It's Ida B. Wells telling the truth. Ida B. Wells also told you about that big NAACP. The cats with the hats came to Ida B. So he wants you to be part of the group, because she's still famous, right? And she's fighting for real justice, real black woman, fighting for real justice for black women and black men. So the fake NAACP came to say, we want you to be part of the group. He said, yeah? Who's on it? Who started this shit? Who's in control of it? How are these white men talking about black people and black people don't control it? She's like, nah, this is fake. They don't want to teach you that when they say February is Black History Month. They'll tell you about the NAACP, but they won't tell you about this woman right here who said no. And remember, they burned her grocery store down in Memphis. Remember, she was an entrepreneur first. She was talking about white people and the racism that they tried to kill her. She had to escape Memphis. You guys remember the story? She was also a journalist, right? But she created a grocery store for the black community in Memphis. But the white people burned her shit down to the ground. And they were trying to kill her. They said they had a warrant out to find her in Memphis so they could blow her fucking head off. Because she was going down to Memphis talking about the hanging of black people, the unjust. And they said, when we find her, we're going to kill her ass. Remember, so she had to flee from what we showed you. She had to flee out of the South. She had to leave the South because they were going to kill her. Then we find her anywhere in the South, in Tennessee or Mississippi, we're going to kill this black bitch here. We're going to murder her ass. We're going to hang her. We're going to hang her and rip the skin off her body. So Ida B. Wells is the real thing. So she wasn't talking about, we were saying in solidarity, like this goofy black girl in the house doing a TikTok video. Don't know what the hell she's talking about. Ida B. Wells told me these white people are evil and wicked, and these white women don't got any solidarity with us. Remember, she called them out. She called out Susan B. Anthony and the rest of these white women. Remember, they made coins. America made money with Susan B. Anthony, tell you love and all that shit. They didn't tell you she was racist as hell. They never tell you that Susan B. Anthony was racist as fuck. They didn't tell you that. That Ida B. Wells got into it with this racist white woman. They called her racist to her face. Say, you ain't no goddamn good. You don't mean black people no good. You just sorry and racist as hell. But go ahead, Joe.
In Holly Springs, Mississippi. When freedom came, her parents built schools, raised her to read, and taught her that knowledge was its own kind of rebellion. Then yellow fever took them both when she was 16. And Ida raised her younger siblings herself, all while teaching school.
Wow.
By her 20s, she was already writing under the name Lola. In
Pause it.
1884, almost 70...
So she doing what Joby did, right? She took in all her siblings and raised them. As a child, she's 16, she's a baby. Put all the kids through, her siblings through school. Imagine in the racist ass South in the 1800s as a 16-year-old black girl raising your brothers and sisters. It's fucking amazing to me. Go ahead, Joe.
Years before Rosa Parks, she got kicked off a train for refusing to give up her seat to a white man.
Yeah, they don't
She
bring her
sued
up.
the railroad and won at first, but then she lost on appeal.
Of
But
course.
that moment changed her life. She realized that courts weren't designed for justice,
Nope.
so she picked up her weapon of choice, the written word. In 1892, 3 of her friends, successful black businessmen in Memphis, they were lynched after opening a grocery store that competed with a white one.
She was with Papa.
And
She
that-
was part of the grocery store. She also was part of that grocery store. So since the grocery store is making money and going against white people, their grocery store, right? You know, I open a grocery store. Since mine is better, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna lynch me. They're gonna hang me and burn me up and then eat me or some shit. Ain't it funny? And just open up a grocery store. I ain't miss nobody, no bag, no arm. I just open my own grocery store, but I got to get murdered for that. Go ahead, Joe.
That broke something in her. So Ida investigated. She read coroner's reports, interviewed witnesses, and followed every rumor that white newspapers printed as fact. And what she found was worse than anyone wanted to believe. Most lynchings weren't about crimes. They were about control, punishing black successes, protecting white supremacy, and policing interracial fear.
Remember, everything makes sure black people don't ever succeed. That's why you got poverty, porn, black people on the bottom. So we know it's all lies. Black people don't know shit. I know good. We know it's about the racial hierarchy, the white supremacy. You must know that instinctively. Like that stupid shit this girl's talking about. We're the most downtrodden. That's a lie, lady, about white supremacy. So, so Ida's writing it. So Ida goes the right course. Everything is a lie, right? So she changed those lies, and so since she changed those lies, she's chased out of Memphis, Tennessee. There's a bounty put on her. There's a bounty put on her head. If you find this nigga bitch, you bring her to the police so we can blow her fucking head off, or you hang her in the streets. You kill her ass. Whatever you do, you find you murder her ass. So she had to get out of Memphis. Go ahead, Joe.
She published her findings in the Southern Horrors and the Red Record. And when white mobs burnt down her newspaper office and threatened her life, she didn't stop. She just started publishing from Chicago instead. They thought they could silence her with fear, but she made their crimes immortal. She faced hate from every side. White suffragists told her to wait her turn. Black men and leaders.
So Joe, the white suffragists, those are the white women that this goopy black girl that told you, they were together. The white suffragists told her, nigga, bitch, you do what you're told to do when you fucking with us. See, you being nice. They didn't say this, wait your turn. They told her you're a nigga. And you'll work for us. We're white. So that's what this goopy black girl was just telling you. Hey, black women and white women were together. That's a lie. That's why she's telling you about Ida B. Wells telling you this. No, that's a lie. Who lived it with the white suffragists? And they told her now, no, black bitch, you wait your turn. It ain't about you, about us. You work for us. You help us. We'll keep you still subjugated, but you work for us. Go ahead, Joby.
Leadership told her to calm down.
Exactly.
Even reformers said her work was too angry. And she said, good. She stood at the 1893 World's Fair calling out the U.S. for pretending to be civilized while black people were being hung from trees. She helped found the NAACP, though her name was later erased from their records for being too radical.
No, she didn't find it. It asked to be part of it. You got that? It asked to be part of that fake NAACP. She said no, because it's fake. She never was part of it, young lady. They asked her to be part of it. Her being black, she went into it and said, this is a fake white group. It's fake. Like the AU, like the African Union. She went into it and said, this shit is fake. So of course they erased her because she told them this don't benefit black people. This organization ain't for black people. It's fake. Created by cats with hats. It's fake. Not real. So of course they're going to erase her from there, but she never agreed to be a part of it. She never was a part of it. Go ahead, Joe.
But the truth is that Ida B. Wells was the blueprint. Before the Panthers, before Malcolm, before anyone called it investigative journalism or intersectional feminism, she was doing it. With a gun in her purse and evidence in her hand. Ida once said, "The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them." And that's exactly what she did. Even when the truth made everyone else uncomfortable. They called her angry, they called her dangerous. But history calls her necessary. Because if Ida hadn't documented what America tried to bury, the blood in the soil would have stayed hidden. And that's why every time we speak truth to power, we're standing in her shadow. Say her name. Ida.
She said about the 1964 Civil Rights Act, because the or sex provision was added really as a joke. It was put in by a Southern congressman.
Please don't say that.
To keep it from being
say
passed.
that. It was not added as a joke. The man who originally offered it thought that he was really going to hurt the bill, but I made the argument, and I wasn't joking. I understood exactly what it would do. It was accepted not as a joke, but because the people who sat there agreed with my argument, that you would have given black women rights that white women never had.
She said,
I'm not talking about pink pussy hat wearing feminism. Which women?
What's oral sex got to do with anything? What we talk about that?
Ida B. Wells was the truth teller behind the American urge to lynch black people. Long understood as a way to terrify our people, Wells learned that there was also an economic impact to this mass violence against black bodies. Lynchings in America were long understood to be a form of racial punishment for alleged and almost always false crimes of rape by black men against white women. Ida B. Wells, the purveyor of truth on lynchings, found a much deeper purpose to the horror. On March 9th, 1892, a mob of 75 white men lynched 3 of Wells' friends who owned a successful grocery company in Memphis called the People's Grocery. The experience shifted Wells' viewpoint.
Every time we get business,
white terrorism.
Every time we do business and succeed, it causes white rage. And it's everybody would love African people being impoverished, right? They love this poverty, the poverty porn. Because how could I live on the richest continent and be poor? They get off on that shit. And if you succeed, it causes white rage. Burn shit down, hang you, kill you, murder you. None of that Martin Luther King shit ever existed, and it doesn't exist now. So what you see now is with them repealing all these voting rights acts, that's white rage. The little bit of gains that you've gotten, which are minuscule, cause white rage. That's why the Supreme Court and white people rolled those voting rights back. Any kind of success as black people causes white rage. You need to understand that. Globally. That's not just indicative to America. That's globally. Go ahead, Joe.
The understanding that lynchings was a mean of halting black economic advancements in the most violent way possible. Black people growing financially was seen as a threat to white economic power.
Exactly.
Wells encouraged black residents to take their labor and money out of Memphis. The city felt the effect of this for over 6 weeks and even resorted to asking for Wells' support to get black people to return to riding streetcars. It's only natural that a country founded on violence uses.
When you took your money away from white people, you don't use their services. Not like that bullshit that MLK had to do over here up the road up in Montgomery, Alabama. Get on their bus. And that's now, remember, that's not a success. Ida B. Wells will tell you, don't get on their goddamn bus. Don't get on their streetcar. Bankrupt their ass. But us with the MLK shit, us getting on the bus and making the white man rich is a victory somehow. That's our victory. That's what we're told is a victory. Ooh, civil rights victory. We made the white man even richer by getting on his bus instead of getting off his fucking bus. Go ahead, Joby.
It as a tool of economic suppression.
Exactly.
The system will pay whatever price it must to keep us economically distraught in this country. But no matter the forces against us, we must always push forward and strive toward liberation. We all know schools aren't teaching Black history correctly. That's why Push Black is so.
They damn sure don't teach no Ida B. Wells. They teach this shit this goofy broad talking about right here at Joby Show. That we were white people, Black people, Black women. This is complete crazy talk. Black women and white women. Don't scroll past her crazy ass either. Once you play her, Black women and white women were fighting together. This is absolutely cat shit. This is a lie.
Not solidarity with Black women. And when womanhood finally expanded, Black women were last to be invited, if they were invited at all. And then there's neglect. America decided that a child's status followed the mother, not because it was moral, but because white men were raping Black women and didn't want their children to be free. And when Black women were violated, the system refused to protect them. In 1944, Reese Taylor, a Black mom and wife, was leaving church in Abbeville, Alabama, where she was kidnapped by 6 white men and gang raped. Now, she named them and they confessed, but 2 all-white juries refused to indict them. Her case was even investigated by Rosa Parks, who was working as an NAACP investigator at the time. The law did not fail her. It did exactly as it was intended to do. When Black men did try to step in to protect Black women, like Richard Wilkerson or Lacey Mitchell, the punishment was often death. So when Malcolm X said that Black women were the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected, he wasn't being provocative. He was being precise.
He was talking about
it's been your juicy minute.
Not now. So you don't have any context to now. Back then,
Why
yes, not now. Go ahead.
African American neighborhoods neglected? The suburbs and the ghetto are ran by the same American government, sometimes by the same representatives. Why then aren't our cities maintained the same? Why is it that the suburbs and the middle-class Americans have beautiful, supported, and represented neighborhoods, when African Americans' neighborhoods and cities are always fucked up? But Black people are Americans too.
Why is that joke?
Black.
I love that AI being honest. Black neighborhoods always all fucked up. Exactly. Shout out to the AI joke we got this time. You got to
People
play
vote.
all Black neighborhoods always all fucked up. That's right. That's right.
Why are African American neighborhoods neglected? The suburbs and the ghetto are ran by the same American government, sometimes by the same representatives. Why then aren't our cities maintained the same? Why is it that the suburbs and the middle-class Americans have beautiful, supported, and represented neighborhoods, when African Americans' neighborhoods and cities are always fucked up? But Black people are Americans too. Black people vote too. Black people pay taxes too. So why is the African American neighborhoods always then and now fucked up? It's because America is doing this to Black people. Black people are not doing this to America. America is doing this to Black people.
Yes.
America is doing this to us. And that's kind of fucked up.
A African American man that have a disability, why is it I hear talk about every issue in the Black community, but we don't talk about Black disabled issue in the African American community?
Sorry, but I'm gonna skip that.
That's what we gotta say. We got tired of the disabled man.
This is a rant. I know this video will probably not be seen by many, but here I go anyway. For generations, the Black community in
I'm sorry, but no, I'm not gonna.
the United States has been treated not as equal partners in democracy, but as political tools to mobilize when numbers are needed, but ignored when justice is demanded or received, and scapegoated when outcomes don't work out. Across the political spectrum, from progressives to MAGA, the pattern is always the same. Black people are courted as voters, but rarely respected as collaborators with independent power, agency, and enforceable demands. This exploitation is not accidental. It is structural and strategic. Political parties depend on predictable voting blocks. Media outlets depend on simplified narratives that maintain existing power arrangements, like the two-party system that no longer works. Politicians depend on our turnout without accountability on the treatment of our community. PACs and donor classes get priority when it comes to receiving demands after they've been elected. Money gives them stability with no transformation of the current system required. In this system, the Black community is often positioned as the moral conscience of the nation, expected to vote for the greater good, to be patient, to compromise, and to sacrifice again and again and again, even when the policies being defended fail to materialize any improvement to Black lives. We are told to vote defensively rather than strategically, to vote out of fear rather than leverage, to accept symbolic victories instead of structural change. They even got some of y'all believing that Black power is some negative phrase that sows division and hate, when really Black power just means equality for all Black people, which is only gained by building political and economic power on our own. Equality for Black folks. That's it. So ask yourself why anyone would have a problem with us fighting for that in this so-called democracy. Because this is a racist society that has put Black folks at the bottom since the inception of this stolen America.
Exactly.
And everybody
bottom everywhere. Everywhere.
Not.
And Joe Mosquito's asking you, Joby, have you heard about the Disability Act?
No.
Disability.
I'm sorry. Do you know a funny thing? Today I was just grateful for being okay, you know, not being blind.
Hey, Joby, so you were grateful for not being all fucked up?
Yeah, not being blind. You know, I can hear, you know, I can touch stuff and all that. Man, people are fucked up out here. It's not like they want to be fucked up by shit, man. My accident taught me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. You know.
That way. But we can't pretend because we live with it every moment of our Black lives. When Black communities raise independent demands on health care, housing, policing, education, wealth building, or foreign policy, like the genocides going on in the Sudan and the Congo, we are then accused of being selfish, unrealistic, or my favorite, divisive. When we threaten to change our vote, we are scolded. When we organize independently, we are surveilled. When we ask for concrete returns on our political loyalty, we are told what? To wait at the end of the line. So our schools stay underfunded, our hospitals close down, our food deserts increase, more and more police take out more and more unarmed Black people.
So she said it's like a scene out of Mad Max. Exactly. And it's gonna get worse. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Guns and drugs end up on our blighted streets. Longer sentences are given out based upon proximity to Blackness. And on top of all that, you want us to be one-issue voters. This is how pawns are treated, not partners. Black political concerns are often framed only through crisis, trauma, or morality. Rather,
now, see what you're saying. She's showing you that. Remember to show you all these fake Black leaders, these fake Black Congress. These issues have been addressed to these people. None of them have ever been talked about, ever. Your problems are never to be addressed as Black people. You should stay in poverty and shut your fucking mouth. You just stay underrepresented. You have Black faces like they do in Africa. They ain't gonna do anything for your Black ass. That's the way the system designed. Wicked. So I don't give a shit about nobody. You can't skim with this Voters Act shit about Black leaders going away because we don't have any Black representation. It does not exist. Those are Black faces in high places, but they don't do anything for Black people because our system, as you just said, Joey showed you the video, our communities are all fucked up. There's AI saying it, not me. And all communities in Black areas in America are all fucked up. The majority, not all of them, but the majority of them are. You been to the hood lately? Man, the hood is frightening the motherfucker. I ain't been to Keith is soft now. Yeah, I'm soft. I ain't gonna lie, I'm soft. I'm soft now. Last time I went to the hood was 2019, and it scared the shit out my ass. I mean, locking doors, locking cars. Lock my damn door. What the fuck is happening around this? It wasn't even. What did you say, Joey?
I thought you were a gangster.
That was when I was a kid. I was never no gangster when I was a kid. I did some bad stuff, but I wasn't a gangster. I wasn't doing nothing. No. I wasn't never doing no crime. I don't got any record. I went in the hood. I said, man, God, I was changing, and I'm looking around like, oh, I seen. You know, when I was younger, I would get out and help when I seen women get beat up. I seen a woman almost get beat up right in front of me at the gas station. I'm like, ain't none of my damn business. I don't got no car. I'm trying to tell the truth. I only had one gun. Like, I don't know how everybody gets shot in the head. I got to go home to my babies. I got to. I'm like, and see this guy just beating up this girl. See a motherfucker over there shooting up dope by the McDonald's. I said, is this McDonald's even open? Like, wow. I remember I told people, I told my brother and my son, Kiki, you ain't been in no hood. I said, how do motherfuckers live in the hood? It's terrible. I said, how motherfuckers live in the hood? Like, hood is a scary place, Joby. Like, how motherfuckers live in the hood? I'm not trying to live in no hood. I seen that lady get beat up. Well, she's like a young girl. I guess it's a boyfriend. I was like, I turned my head. You know, I was all ashamed of myself. I turned my head like I didn't even see the shit.
Wow.
I don't know that lady. Am I supposed to get shot in the face for that lady, Joe? I got shows to do. I can get shot in the head over some lady. I got shows to do for the people.
Lol, but anyway, as we get closer to winding down,
get about it. Yeah, got 10 more minutes.
I see Jason Ale was saying our grandparents and great grandparents used to use a book to travel, especially coming from California to back then. And Jib also says, I had one old white woman say, "You don't look how you sound on the phone." Damn.
What that means, he's not speaking Ebonics. So it means Jibba Jabba speaks good English, Joe. He don't sound like a savage ghetto Negro.
So you look Ebonics? Is that what you were saying? She was trying to say.
She expected him to speak Ebonics, Joby. Black guy, but so she was giving him a backhanded compliment. Said, "Oh, you're a nigger, but you sound like you got good English." That's what she telling Joby. You don't sound like a nigger. That's what she telling him.
Literally.
Put on the slide. It's a backhanded compliment.
Shout out to Sail the Seas.
That's Ricky ass right there.
Oh, that's Ricky. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's Ricky ass.
Shout out to Jibba Jab. I mean Ricky. Jibba Jabba says, I had a tax client that moved here and he owed tax on his
401k
withdrawal 2 years later.
See? Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I see. He also says it's eating into my profits on the low moving end. Mulch, nursery, shrubs, fertilizer up. A lot of things have skyrocketed. Yep. I also see Sale says, Ricky says about 20 family members moved from San Diego up coast to San Francisco to South 6 years ago. Bought land. Okay. Danny Karibu says,
that's USC Brooklyn. That's University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Paul. These are all California schools. UCLA. Damn, Joe, you took it out quick.
Sorry.
UCLA, Stanford. They're the best number of Ivy League schools and non-Ivy League schools in the country. Exactly. These are all California schools. They're top rated. You know, but you can't afford to get none of these motherfuckers. Now, they used to be free. Remember, Judge Joe Brown went to UCLA. That used to be free. Stanford was not. Stanford always costs money. Anyone see Sister Janet? No, I think she probably dead and stinking.
Ask Kitty. See how he's talking? I was telling you, ask Kitty. There, you have the answer. I was about to tell you, ask Keith. Man, and there's the answers.
I didn't remember the joke. Now I remember I couldn't. Remember, Janet lives in Indianapolis. right outside the Indianapolis in the suburbs. She's old. You know, COVID was hit. We ain't heard from Sister Janet, wasn't 5 years now, at least. I don't think Sister Janet been since Joby started doing the Africa Today show.
I think the last time I saw it was 2022 when we were in Tanzania.
See, yeah, that's still before you were doing the show then, wasn't it? After you did the show when you first started.
I'd already started.
Okay, but like I said, it ain't been long, so we ain't heard from Sister Janet would have said something to she pushing up daisies, as they call it, carping the daisies on top of your funeral thing, pushing up daisies.
I'm gonna be sending you guys of Keith when he's old. He's gonna be here, so I'm gonna be sending you guys video of how he's struggling, to wipe his ass probably and all that.
Show me went to the most crazy thing. No, I'm having African man. Here you go, wipe my ass. Get your money. Get up in there now. Get your money.
Oh my God! But also see, Ricky says, I see the oldest Caucasian 70, 80 years old working at a dollar store, cub food, and ghetto Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. See the white, they got somebody that work at the ghetto Walmart, right? And Cuz, that's how you know. I thought I didn't know Cuz was in Minnesota. Ricky, I thought Cuz only in the Illinois, Chicago area. Okay, yeah, because we don't got Cubs down. You guys don't know what Cuz food? It's a Midwest grocery store. We don't got them down in the South. Because I've been there where I know they had some Cub foods. I know they had them in Minnesota. I know they up in Chicago heavy. You guys need to stay out of these Asian, India, and Mexico business. Oh man, I don't fuck around with none of them. I told you, that's only business I go into because I hate to say I love Mexican food, but I'll be in there watching. I'll be watching that. So I'm telling you, make sure you don't spit in my shit. I'm watching you, goddamn it. turn your back. You're like, hey, what's this slime in my taco? Hey, shit.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff Williams Ribu says Floyd Mayweather is a prime example. Can't speak worth a damn.
Can't speak worth a damn. And broke. Remember Floyd? He almost made $1 billion because he's too stupid. Can't read. He's broke. Floyd is broke. How do you spend $1 billion in your career? You made almost $1 billion. Now you broke. Buying all kind of stuff. Look at my Rolex. Look at all my money. The money Mayweather. Look at all my shoes. Look at all my 1,000 cars. And now you broke, nigga.
Ricky says he's tired of me saying use proper grammar, and I must say it again. God damn it! I'm sorry. I'm still gonna tell you to use proper grammar.
Your co-host telling me to use proper again. I had changed my name. Oh, did you change your name? I already know it's you, Rick. If you say Minnesota, I know it's always you.
Yeah, I must still tell you. So sorry, you're gonna have to change that name again. CKJ says that's a fact. Women love stability, though some of them don't bring nothing to the table.
It's like they love stability. That's why, because if you get unstable, woman's gonna leave you. You get unstable, woman's gonna leave you most 9 times out of 10. They get out, they're gonna leave you, and the disrespect is gonna come in because that's why I teach you guys. I learned that there was like I learned women. I was growing up because I love women. I didn't drink or smoke. I love women, so I would study women. And I know women will use you as a sucker. And Joby, sadly, Joby always validates everything I've said about women. She validates that shit because women always use you as being a sucker. A woman always take it. If you're too nice to a woman, tell her you're gonna get used, right? Like I did when I drove that girl down in North Carolina, scheming on trying to leave with money, right? Had money buying her coats when I was a teenager, doing stupid shit, taking her driving all down North Carolina. I said, no, what I get? Nothing. I get any coochie? No, I got played, right? So I led with money, bought coats, gas all the way down to North Carolina and got nothing. Women are different. That's why you never chase women, ever. Let's say you like a woman, you text her, she don't text you back, you get rid of her ass. You get rid of her. Because women text who they want to text, who they like. So if a woman say, oh, I was busy, I was at, so the woman tell you busy, you get rid of her ass immediately. They know the games. They know what time it is about women, Jack. Yeah, I'm telling you. Woman say, oh, I was busy, I was doing something. Then she's busy talking to another nigga. That's what she was doing. If you got to text a woman more than 3 times, she don't respond, she don't like you. Okay? To be honest with you, right? So don't ever chase women, chase success. Once you're successful, right? Women chase you because they want stability. But you still don't be kind to their ass. You don't stop your goal. That's what my ex-wife said I was mean and ruthless because I studied women. I'm like, nah, once I'm doing my shit in Africa, like, hey, are you gonna be making time for me? Nah, I'm making time for you. Whenever you're gonna come around, you show up at the house, but clear my schedule for your ass. Whatever you do.
Chase both so we can make you all broke. God damn it. Chase both. Success and women. You know, you get something little, you spend all that money on me. Because why not?
That's all women. Go ahead, comments, you get out of here.
Daddy says a woman will not respect you for if you can't do shit. It's psychology, because a woman says if you can't take care of me, someone else will. That is just always like shit.
See, but that's true. Somebody's always gonna take care of a woman. Exactly. They know that. I told you, a woman always has 2 goopy niggas on standby. Always.
And I also see Jibba Jabba says civil rights legislation, if you can't do it to an
if you can't do it to an end, you can't do it to a hat. Yeah, that's true. N will mean nigger. So yeah, that's what the JJs were doing. Yeah, because they were trying to shield themselves. And Judge Joe Brown told you guys that too, which is true. They were trying to use us to shield themselves. Because if you can't do it to an N word, you can't do it to a cat with a hat. You know, they were the problems. Exactly.
Because it says the Zionists are currently stealing black people homes in New York right now.
Openly. They're stealing the homes and ain't nobody going to prison with fake ass schemes talking about they're doing inspections and shit. Like what? But they don't want they can do that. How can you go steal my home? But because I'm a Jew, you're not. That's why.
Ricky says all black farmers didn't want this civil rights bullshit. That now lose our land.
They did. The majority of us. The majority of us didn't want it. Ricky, that's the problem. And when you say this, and you get the numbers, the majority of us did not go with MLK. But now, since it's 60 years later, those people are dead. People don't remember. They got the youth and us saying, yeah, that was the way everything happened. We loved it because through propaganda. But the majority of black people did not support MLK. That's a fact. But people look at you crazy today if you say that.
And then we have 100% live white
suffragists. That's those ones. She said that they were together with black women. She said the suffragists were incensed with blacks, got the right to vote before women. Exactly. They hated black people, hate black women. That's talking about Sojourner Truth did that whole. Remember, she was a black suffragist with those white people, right? And she wrote that whole speech. Aren't I a woman too? They said, no, you're black bitch, get out of here. She wrote that whole speech, ain't I a woman too?
Yeah, but I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Those have been majority of our top comments. I see 10 Speed says he never chases a woman, he wants the one. Yo, you're gonna keep up.
They're not gonna want you. They're not gonna want you. You gotta stand. You want the one. Don't chase them. Replace them. Yeah, but even though you can't even the woman's not still gonna come to you. We're gonna go back. We're gonna say some things on some shows. I told you guys years ago. I'm gonna show you guys when a woman wants to have sex with you guys. What are the markers? I'm gonna show you guys. You're like, what? I'm gonna show you the markers when a woman wants to have sex with you. She's already.
I don't need to be like what I know, Shay. Because if you want someone, you just know you want someone. There's no.
Okay, a man ain't gonna know. The woman's gonna know. Of course, you know.
Yeah. For a woman, we do know. If it's you, it's you, and I'm not gonna switch my mind upon that. So
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. You know, but the man doesn't. Most men don't know when a woman wants to have sex with them.
We don't want you to know. We want you to be surprised.
Exactly. But it's a way you know, guys. I'm gonna teach you the way you know. When I learned that shit, at 21 years old. Like, gotcha. Anyway, much love, guys.
Have some beautiful, beautiful rest part of your day. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place.
I used to do relationship shows. I used to do relationships. Remember, I had one. This is almost 10 years ago. Okay, before we leave, Joe, cut it off. I used to do a relationship show. You guys can't even find out on the because Facebook took us down. It was me and a lovely young lady called Lady Divine, right? Beautiful beauty queen chick, right? And I was a singer, right? She became a singer too. Beautiful woman, right? I used to do a show with her. A relationship show. Was good, so I started kicking some game again. It was fun. That was 2017. God, it's almost 10 years ago. Only one thing I seen that show was brother General Mosquito. But it was me and a light-skinned sister. And you guys remember Sharon was fine as shit. I never forget when a black guy, because I was gonna have a white girl, but then one of my daughter's mother said, "You better not have that white woman. You better not have that white woman up there. You out of your mind." So I said, you remember Jim? No, it was 2017, Joe Mosquito. It wasn't it was 2017. But I'll do it again. Yeah, it was I can't do it with Joby. Joby,
I knew he's gonna say that. I just saw that coming. That was shit.
I said, well, Joby takes things. Joby knows things, but Joby gets too sensitive. Joby is good because she's a woman, but Joby tell the truth. That's the question.
Just honest. That's me. I'm just honest. I don't think it's anything to do with emotions.
No. Will you be honest? Exactly. Will you be honest when I say, okay, this is how women act, especially if women have sex? Because she could not. Sharon was like, "Keep you right." I said, "I know. I study women. I know when a woman want to give me some coochie." I know.
We'll see.
We'll do that with Joby. We'll see if we get a time, guys. We'll do some relationship with Joby. We'll see, because I know we got an hour before. We can do an hour show. It all depends on Joby. If Joby's up for it, we can do an hour show before we do the Africa Today show.
It has to be a specific day, though. We can't just every day.
No. It'd be like one day a week.
Either Friday or Tuesday.
Well, you pick the day. We'll figure it out. We'll call some. We'll do like an hour. We'll do like an hour. It'll be fun. Talk about relationships. It has to be honest. I don't know. No, gotta be honest. Brutally honest. All right.
Yeah, you guys let us know Tuesday or Friday.
Yeah, you guys let us know on the next show tomorrow. What day would you guys want to see it? Friday or Tuesday? Joby's telling you Friday or Tuesday. And we'll probably do it like at 10:30 to Joby's time. That'd be like 6:30 to 7:30 before we do the Africa Day show. Okay. Like 6:30 to 7:30, and that would be 10:30 to 11:30 Central, or it'd be 11:30 to 12:30 Eastern time. So you guys let me know Tuesday or Friday what Joby said. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. Funny too. Men and women. It's funny.
We shall see as we wait for your answers. But if you
guys don't realize how brutal Joby ass is, good luck with that.
Much love, guys.
Friday, so the single guy can practice at the club on Saturday. That might be the best day. Yeah, so the single guy can practice at the club on Saturday, trying to scheme up on a woman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Joby, if you guys don't know, Joby and them had a party Friday. Joby said that some dude was trying to scheme up on her and Shamani.
I will almost beat that nigga's ass shit. He was almost beaten. Of course, me and Shimani and the other dudes and Kamlesh, he was almost because it was all over just trying to poke everyone's,
Feel your boot, feel them butt cheeks.
Man, shit. Can I have your glasses? You can't have shit. Go have your alcohol. Yeah. Much love, family.
Much love, family. Let Joby get out of. She's feeling a little under the weather.